The 2021-22 season is almost here, and I am super excited. So I thought I'd be a bit of a cheeky boy and let you guys know how I think it will go. This is my FPL 2021-22 season predictions. So we have a few quite shiny awards to give out today, where we have the top goalkeeper, top defender, top midfielder, top forward, and even the overall top FPL point scorer as well. But I will also give my 3 honourable mentions behind my first place, just so you can see what's happening inside of my skull of mine and see my thoughts of players that are just about missing out. So we start with the top FPL point scoring goalkeeper, the goal geezer to make all of the saves to hopefully save you in FPL by scoring you all of the points. Where my honourable mentions include these. Emi Boy Martinez completely obliterated all expectations last year, casually scoring 186 points. What? That was more than the likes of Mane and Kevin De Bruyne! And he's a goalkeeper! Fair play. But with Villa's defence seeming like it regressed quite a lot at the end of last season, and their playstyle also changing too, I can actually see less clean sheets and even less saves for Emi to make, meaning it'll just be less points. So, unlucky for you, you're going down. But again, probably still way up there. Meslier also done very well last year, scoring the 3rd most points out of all the keepers. Leeds are a team who are always going to concede all of the shots just because of their very attacking nature, you know? But they also seem to keep a good number of clean sheets still as well. So the boy here, who looks about 12 and fresh out the womb, is close, but still not quite at the top for the goalkeepers for me. And the final runner-up in this position is Robert Sanchez. I don't know why I built that up, he's already on the screen. Come on, Bacon Boy. The most popular cheap goalkeeper boy this season so far, who also done very well last season when he came in. Who is also close to the top for me, but again, not quite there. They're almost grabbing it, aren't they? Just not quite getting there. I see Brighton as a good team with a great defence, so all of the clean sheets can come in there. But unfortunately, I don't think he'll make enough saves or bonus to quite reach the premium ranks of #1 goalkeeper in FPL. But who is getting that, you ask? Where the winner of my top scoring goalkeeper prediction award this year is... Bachmann! Watford are a team who I think will be defensively sound enough to rack in a few clean sheets, maybe not too many, but a few, right? But also will require Bachmann to be more active than a sex worker after COVID. He's going to have to make saves every single game. I also see Watford as a team that are going to struggle to score, right? Whilst all of their defenders also don't do too much either. So right here, we have all of the clean sheets, all of the saves, and even all of the bonus in there. The absolute perfect recipe for points for an FPL goalkeeper, making him #1. Wow. But moving on to the brick wall defence, the top scoring defenders this year. With my honourable mentions, they're so honourable, man, being these. Sir Trent, the crossing fetish man, obviously has to get the shout out on this list, yeah? But also means he's not my #1. Bacon Boy, are you okay? But with how amazing Trent is, right, he will definitely be up there, even if he has a bad season. But I am actually expecting a little bit of some teething issues in that Liverpool defence at the start of the season. Where even though they got the likes of Van Dijk and Gomez back, I think they're not going to be fully up to speed and actually drag down the defensive qualities a little bit right at the start and then eventually get back to their best. Luke Shaw is the man who is somehow the most owned player in FPL right now. How has that happened? But I feel like he is a player that throughout the season could get a rest every now and again, you know? As they do have the injured Tellez right now, but when he's not injured, I reckon he will cover some games for the short later on down the road. But I definitely think he is a sexy enough player to definitely be up there for the points, right? But again, just outside the top. Almost. Like, you're almost there. You've almost got the business done, and then you get a floppy right at the end. Come on. It happens to the best of us. Okay, yeah. And then the final honourable fella, failing at the last hurdle. It's Tierney. I actually do rate Tierney as one of the best attacking fullbacks in the entire league, right? When he's fit. But he's not always fit, dear. So even though he is one of the most creative players in that Arsenal team, an Arsenal team I think he will keep quite a lot of clean sheets. I think these injuries will slightly hold him back, but I am bigging up him and Arsenal to have a pretty decent season apart from that, so that is why he's up there. But even though he's up there, he's not quite up there. Who is going to be the #1 top scoring defender on my list? And again, it's not Trent. Who is it, bigger boy? But that player getting my prediction medal today is... Phil Jones! No, prank, I'm joking. It's Benjamin Chilwell, So, yeah, ahead of Trent and Shaw. Are you sure, Baker Boy? What are you chatting? But let me tell you why, okay? Chelsea had the best defence after Tuchel came in, and they're looking to strengthen in that area, so I think they could get even more clean sheets than they did last season. While Chilwell also had the highest goal potential out of all defenders, taking a lot of great quality shots, but also he's very good at shooting as well. And scoring goals for a defender is double the points than assists, so yeah, that is all of the points. So when you combine these forces of the immovable object of the Chelsea defence and the unstoppable force of all of the goals that Chilwell's going to score, I'm bigging him up as if he's going to have like a 30-goal season, but you know, even like 5 is very, very good. I actually think Chilwell can, and maybe will be, the highest scoring defender in FPL this year. Big, bold claim. But I've said it. But let's move up the field to the midfield, where all of the juicy boys are incoming. Ooh. With my honourable mentions being these. We have a Mo Salah. A Mo Salah! Hoping to be a more Salah this year and get more goals, as actually he's been declining in his total goals for Liverpool every season now and getting less and less FPL points. Come on, what are you doing that for? But there is no doubt he's still an amazing great player and he's gonna get all those big boy points, right? But then again, he also has AFCON at some point of this season, so he will miss a few games there, so that is one of the main reasons why I'm not putting him as the very top point midfielder. But again, up there. Then Grealish is here, because when Man City buy a player for 100 million player, the most expensive Premier League signing ever, are they really gonna bench him? I mean, Pep Guardiola would, yes, but are they really? Probably not too much. And in this Man City team, when any player looks like they're going to start a lot of games in the league, they're definitely easily going to be up there for all of the FPL points. So I got to chuck him in for that, but I've actually mainly gone for him here because of his price. We're all going to look at that price at the end of the season and we're actually going to be laughing. Why is he so low priced? One of the top scoring players for Man City at that price. Wow, get him in. And then finally, Dele Alli. Yeah. Now, this is not me saying I think he's going to be in the top 4 scoring midfielders, right? But at 6.5 million, I think he's going to make an absolute mockery out of that price. So I kind of just want to chuck him in here. Dele is the type of player that when he is playing confidently and his manager actually wants him to play, he will be ready to get a lot of goals and assists. So honestly, I rate him so highly. So I think in this potentially more attacking Nuno team, doesn't sound right, but they look like they're going to try and play a bit more attackingly. I think he can be one of the main parts of the puzzle there at the Spursy, being an absolute bargain bucket at his price, getting a bucket loads of goals, points, assists, and all of that lovely stuff. But guess what? Again, not being number 1. But who is going to be number 1, Bacon Boy? Tell us! Well, my number 1 top scoring midfielder of this Premier League season is gonna be Bruno! Half the people just watching this video are like, no! But I'm like, Bruno! He was the top point scorer last year in a season he was completely overplayed, right? He needed a rest. So now, when he can get that good rest, along with being the centre of that Man United attack, which is strengthened even more, he surely got to be up there for all of the points. Complain all you want about his penalties, and also his 30-yard free kick goals that he gets now as well. It doesn't matter where they're coming from, but he will still get the goals and assists, right? Which all add to his FPL points. But with a Jadon Sancho also coming in, I actually think this will heavily impact Bruno in a good way and give him even more goals and assists and all the other great attacking players they have as well. And I honestly think he's going to score that many points that he's going to look at all of us in the eye and go, this is why I am essential, hey! Forwarding on to the forwards, where all of the golassos are gonna be scored, ooh. With the most honourables being these, where we have the daddy of the Dannyings. Oh yes, daddy! Who is now at the Villa team, who should actually have more creativity behind him than he did at the Southampton, right? Yeah. So he could be on for an absolute winner chicken dinner there. I also think he will take penalties when El Ghazi is not on the pitch, and with their new signings, eventually I think El Ghazi will definitely not be on the pitch and not starting that much. So all of the goals can come in there, lovely. Callum Wilson is also another striker I really rate highly here, when Newcastle might actually be looking to continue their slightly more attacking approach that they adopted at the end of the season. And if they do keep doing that, I am 100% adopting Wilson in my team, yes. He is also the talisman on penalties, and when you see a goal notification for Newcastle, you're instantly going to assume him. Or maybe Joe Linton, but yeah, probably Wilson, yeah. Maybe even John Joe Shelby. Oh, they have the best players. Injuries at some point in the season probably will hold him up just a little bit, you know? As with all of these forwards here, actually. But I do really rate him highly to have a very good season. And the final runner-up is Antonio! The walk-in protein shake man is just an absolute beast. And when and if he is fit, he is actually one of the best attackers in the league, so could do very, very well this season. Problem is, though, it is the when he is fit, and he also has Europa League to play this year, so good luck to him. But I do think he will get all of the points and all the goals until his legs literally fall off, because they'll just break. They're made out of glass. But until then, he will do quite well. So I think he will do that well, but will he do this well? Who is up there? With my final and top scoring forward of the season is gonna be, Harold Kane and Lukaku. Yeah, I am being extra cheeky here and 100% cheating, alright? But just because we don't know the future of the Mr. Harold himself, okay? If he stays at Spurs, I expect him to do very well, right? And could even get close to what he did last season. But then maybe not do as well as a Lukaku at a Chelsea. But if Kane goes to a City with players like Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne behind him assisting him, oh, the thought of that has already made me horny, never mind him, who's going to be scoring all of those goals. But then, we do have a Romelu Lukaku, who hasn't actually been officially announced at the time of recording here, but should be at Chelsea this year, and could, and should, and probably will do very well. So basically, the top scoring forward this season will be one of these. Yeah, alright, sounds good, okay. In before Aubameyang scores 25 goals, I like it. But that is actually the side prizes done, right? We got the top goalkeeper, top defender, top midfielder, and top forward. So, there is just one more prize to give out in my FPL season predictions. And that is the overall top point scorer of the entire season. Who does Bacon Boy think it's gonna be? Okay. And the player I am giving that to this year is... Dan James. No. I can't help myself, can I? It's gonna be Bruno! Like I said, top point scorer last year in a congested season, so I see a player who will probably be more fresh and could even better last season. Also now in a better attack and in a better defence, so literally all of the opportunity to get all of the points. And with the likes of like a Salah, a Mahrez, a Mane and that, all away for AFCON at some point during the season, I really don't think there's that much competition for Bruno at all, unless you add a Harold Kane or Lukaku into the mix, but we'll ignore those for now. So I think Bruno will be a brew yes and score all of the points. But that is going to be my FPL 2021-22 season predictions. Hey. So let me know down in the comments who you think will be the top point scoring players in all of the positions this season. Thank you all for watching, and remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.